and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny, and today I have another makeup collection video for you. This time it is contours and bronzers. I do have quite a few contour palettes and I do have quite a few bronzers, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my contours. First, for contouring, I have these two Makeup Geek contour pans. These go into a Z palette of some sort. I have the Cool Fair and Infidelity, and then I have Bad Habit and Warm Fair. These are really nice to fit in Z palettes so you can have them on the go. And it's really nice that each shade range comes with a cool and a warm tone. So if warm tone fits your skin tone better, or if cool tone fits your skin tone better, there's something for you from Makeup Geek. And Makeup Geek is an awesome brand and they make awesome products, so I'm really happy to have these. These are very good quality. The next is this Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting powder in the shade Medium. This is just a sample size. I actually really enjoy this though. It's a cooler tone, but it's not gray, and it applies really nicely too. This is really expensive. I don't know that I would pay full price for the full size, but this is a really nice one. So this is a nice option if you're wanting to kind of treat yourself to a more high-end contour powder. This is a really nice one. This next one is a contouring duo, and it is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette, and it is in Dulce de Leche. It has the contour shade and the highlight shade. This is more of a bronzer on me personally, but I really do like this highlighting shade. It's really nice to set under the eyes. It's lightweight, but it does kind of brighten that area up. This is a nice contour shade if you like a super warm contour, or if you just needed a bronzer, this is a nice way to go, and it's Wet n Wild, so it's super affordable. There is also one more shade of this. The next one is my Holy Grail contour palette, and it is the e.l.f. contour palette in Light. It, as you can see, it has a massive hole in the contour shade. The bronzer is okay, and these two are nice too. I actually, even though this is shimmery, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, it is a little bit shimmery. Even though it's shimmery, I do like to mix the two together, and it does have a very nice full-size mirror at the top. This contour powder is just absolutely beautiful. It's a very neutral tone, and it makes me sad that they don't sell these pans individually. I would have to buy the whole palette, but the whole palette's only $6, so it's really not that bad. I would pay like $10 for this single shade. I mean, this is a really good shade. It's my Holy Grail. It's absolutely stunning. The whole palette's a really nice palette just for travel and stuff, because this is a pretty good bronzer. My Holy Grail. Absolutely the best contour powder I've ever used. The next contour palette that I have is the LA Colors I Love Makeup Contour Palette. So there are like 2 bronzer shades, 3 setting shades, 2 contours, and then a shimmery highlight. This is actually a really pretty highlight. I don't know. Overall, this is a pretty good contour palette. It was pretty cheap. The setting powders are really nice, and this is a decent contour. These are far too dark for me, and this one's okay too. It's a little light, but this is a really nice contour shade. I have a mini try-on haul of this palette, and I will link it up here for you. It's a decent palette. I don't know why I keep it. I'm probably going to go ahead and declutter this because I don't use it all that much, and I think I know someone who would get some use out of this, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter it, but it's not bad, especially for the price. The next contour palette that I have is the Tarte Tartist Contour. This was the first one that they came out with. It comes with 2 setting powders, 2 contours, a blush, and then a highlight shade. The highlight shade is garbage. It's just not good at all. It's just basically a white powder. I mean, you could use it to set your under eyes, but it was meant to be like a shimmery highlight, and there's like no shimmer in it. These are nice to set under the eyes, and these are both very good contours. I can kind of only use this one. It's the one that matches my skin the most, and then this one's too dark. But this blush is very pretty. It smells like vanilla, but it's kind of like a super sweet. Like the Too Faced chocolate bars are sweet, but this is sweeter than that. So if you are sensitive to scent, this may cause you some issues. It is a good product. I just don't know that I would pay for it again, and I just don't use it all that much. So I'm going to try to get some more use out of it and then maybe declutter it. So the first 2 bronzers I have for you are the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzers. I have the one in light bronzer and then the one in just bronzer. These are really good bronzers. These get a lot of hype for good reason. Now that it's winter and I'm more pale than usual, I go with light bronzer. These smell like summer. These smell so good, and these apply so beautifully to the skin. They look absolutely stunning. This is my absolute favorite bronzer, and it's everyone's favorite bronzer, but believe me, it is amazing. It has a beautiful formula, it applies beautifully, and it wears great throughout the day, so I highly recommend these. They are a little bit on the pricey side, but they did come out with a few more shades that are deeper, so they do have some darker tones. If you are a little more deeper complected than me, you may be able to find your shade now, so that is nice, but overall, absolutely beautiful bronzers. This next one is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer. There is a matte version, and then there's a shimmer version, and this is the shimmer version. This is really pretty for summer when you have more of a tan. This gives you like a bronzy shimmery glow. I did get this in a Nipsey, so this is not full size, but it is absolutely lovely, and it's lasted me a few years actually. This is a nice bronzer if you do like a shimmery bronzer, because it's not too shimmery to the point that it's like an eyeshadow, but it does have a nice hint of shimmer, so it does give your skin a nice decent glow. I do think this is kind of expensive full size, but I do think I would pick this up again because this is a really good bronzer. The next one I have is the Hula by Benefit. It is the smaller size. They do come with a bigger size, but I don't know. This is a decent bronzer. I just don't like the color because this color is, I don't know. It's a little more neutral, which is fine, but this is a little too deep for me. Even when I'm tan, it kind of just looks a little funny on my skin, so I actually think I'm going to go ahead and pass this along just because I don't give it enough love that it deserves, because it is a good bronzer. It's just not for me personally. The next one is this Too Faced Soulmates Blushing Bronzer in the shade Carrie and Big. So I'm not going to lie to you, the only reason I bought this was because it's called Carrie and Big. I love Sex and the City. If you didn't know, those are Sex and the City characters. This bronzer is actually really pretty though. It is a tiny bit warmer than like it's a very warm bronzer, but it's a light bronzer, so it's not too orange or anything, and this is a very nice peachy blush. The blush is a little hard to get to just because the size of the pan of like the size of the blush is so tiny, and it makes it a little difficult because I don't want to mix these. I don't want like a peachy bronzer or anything like that, but both of these products are very, very beautiful. I think this product is discontinued, but like I said, I only bought it for the name because I love Sex and the City, but it is a really good product. This is the original chocolate bronzer by Too Faced. It smells like chocolate. It's a nice kind of deeper bronzer, but it's a little too dark for me almost all of the time. So as much as it is a nice bronzer, I'm going to pass this along just because it is too dark for me and I don't use it that much. As nice as this smells, I'm going to pass it along because it's just not a bronzer that I wear a whole lot and it needs more love than what I can give it. So I am going to go ahead and pass this along as well. It is a good bronzer, but I just don't use it enough. This next one was a deluxe sample, and it is the Marc Jacobs bronzer in the shade 102 Tantric. It's very, very warm, but I can actually pull it off surprisingly. It feels like silk when you touch it. It is pretty warm, but it does blend absolutely. It blends like a dream. It's really, really pretty. So I can only wear it around summertime, but it's beautiful for summertime, so I'm okay with that. And it was free, so I don't really mind. This is a very, very expensive product, full size, so be aware of that. I don't know that I would pay full price for it, just because that would be silly to me. Like I said with the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder, if you're looking to treat yourself to something fancy, I'd say go ahead and pick this up because it is a pretty good bronzer. It's just pretty expensive. This next one is one that I've gotten in a Nipsey bag, and it is the Pacifica Natural Beauty Sunkissed bronzer. It is really, really pretty. It is a little bit deep when you look at it, but when you swatch it, it's not hardly anything, and I kind of like that because it gives you like a light bit of color, and as you can see, it gives you just like a nice little sheen to the face. It's really, really pretty. See, like, I don't know if you can see that. I swatched it right here. You can't even see it hardly. It's just like a nice warm flush to the face with a tad bit of shimmer, not too much. I actually don't even know that they sell this product anymore. I did find it in a duo, but I don't think they sell the duo anymore. So I'm not sure if this is even available anymore, which is upsetting because it is really pretty and it has a unicorn on the packaging. If you can find it, I definitely recommend it though, because it's a really, really pretty product if you have fair skin like I do. So this last product is the Lisa Frank and Glamour Dolls Bitten and Bronzed Matte Bronzer. This is a nice bronzer. It's very smooth to the touch and it's a nice color. It's a little too warm for me at the moment, so I can't really wear it right now. See, it's pretty dark. Even when I blend it out, it's still pretty dark. So this summer I'm going to try to get some use out of it, and if it doesn't work this summer, then I'm going to pass it along. But for now I'm going to keep it just so I can give it its fair shot, because I really do want to try it when I have a more sun-kissed skin tone. So that has been my bronzer and contour collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. The next collection video that will be coming is my blush collection. I have a very large blush collection, so if you have a thing for blush, you will be coming to the right place. I'm not sure when I will get the chance to film this, but it will be up next in my set of collection videos. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to subscribe, please feel free, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.